After looking all day, my pa and a few others decided to go way back there in the mountains to see the old witch man. But said he already knew why they was there.
Today in Creepy History, we'll be talking about the Old Witch Man of Appalachia.
Hey Wolfpack, welcome back to another Creepy Cryptid History. Today, we're actually going to get into witches in Appalachia, witchcraft, granny magic, moon doctors, and healers of the mountains, and it's by the one and only Jared King TV. I've come to like a lot of his old history tales, especially with his cryptids and stuff. So this is the first time I think we're talking about witches on here. So let's go ahead and give it a listen.
Deep in these old hills, hollers, and ridges where I grew up in the mountains of Tennessee, way beyond the fog, steep in the old ways, when folks was at church every Sunday. And most time I'd be at the prayer meeting on Wednesdays. Back then, folks knew the good book better than they knew themselves. Something most folks in the mountains wouldn't talk about much at all, and would try to avoid as much as they could. Mountain witches.
Oh, and guys, I just want to add in there, if you see that I have the same outfit on like a couple days in a row, it's because I had to film a couple of these in advance on the same day, so don't judge me with that, okay?
Now don't get me wrong, nobody done nothing to them. They didn't go around looking for trouble or nothing like that as far as I know, but they just kept away from them. But sometimes, even back then, there'd be a situation arise where even the hill folk would have to call upon one of the good ones for help. But there were different types of mountain witches here. There were some that was good witches. They just worked with herbs and used their magic for good. Those that tried to help folks. Depending on what part of Appalachia you was in, they's known by many names. Healers, granny magic, or moon doctors. Now, healers, They don't use any type of magic. They just use the good of the Lord. And I myself would stop blood and heal people's spirits, make them feel a little better if they're feeling gloomy or sad. But it ain't me at all. No, you ask any type of healer, it's the good Lord working through them. That's all that is. And there's some, even the meanest, toughest, most rugged mountain man wouldn't even dare look 'em in the eye. Now, the folks back in had some things that they used for protection, like some symbols, counter curses, or what they call a card. But now, that card, that's usually something that had a Bible verse on it and stuff. But that's another story for another day. There was one witch my grandparents called and talked about. They called him the old witch man. Now, I reckon that he's a pretty good one. Of course, I know nobody invited him for supper, but they say that he was pretty good one. But one time, now this is back way before my time, I reckon we had a cousin named Jasper. My cousin Jasper, I reckon he's what called nowadays special needs. And one time, he got lost. The whole community was worried to death about it. Where's Jasper? Where's Jasper? Anybody seen Jasper? The whole community, like I said, just worried plumb to death. 'Cause back in, folks looked after one another. It didn't matter what color you was, neither. Knew everybody looked after each other like kin. Well, way up in the night, after looking all day, my pa and a few others decided to go way back there in the mountains to see the old witch man. After a long journey, they come up on his house. Set up on the hill. They said it was kind of, off to itself, secluded, real lonely like. Said that when they got up there, they noticed there was only one light that was kindly lit up. Said it was just kindly a flickering, so they figured it was just by far. Well, they went up there and knocked. He told them come on in, make yourselves at home. Said he was real friendly, but said he already knew why they was there. Said he told them, said Jasper was in a field by a great big old oak tree, mighty oak tree. And the way he described it, them being from the hills like they was, knowing them like the back of their hand, knew exactly where he was talking about. And he told them, said that he was surrounded by dogs. Well, they took off. They thanked him, everything, and they took off. By then, they said it was getting about dawn, just breaking daylight. It was awfully cold morning, awfully cold. Said the sun just barely creeping across the valley. Well, they finally found him. Sure enough, there he was. And they said there was a ton of dogs, old stray dogs, local dogs, everything, just curled up there with him. Said they got up there to him, said them old dogs like to eat them alive too. And said Jasper, said, it's alright boys, it's alright. And said then they calmed down, and the dogs just went on about their merry way. Well, he later told them, said that the old devil come at him at night. Said but them dogs got him between them, and eventually run him off. Everybody's pretty sure it turned out to be that old big red bull that stayed in that field. But the folks give thanks and praise to the good Lord, 'cause they knew he sent them old stray dogs there to keep him safe and warm till they could find him.
That was really, really cool to me. I loved hearing about that kind of stuff, and how the man already knew. He could see, he had some sort of vision that the good Lord gave him. I think people really do have those type of vision. So, Wolfpack, what did you think of today's creepy cryptid history? To watch the full video of that, you can actually go over to Jerry King TV's channel. I'll always leave a link in the description box below so you can access that and go like and subscribe and hear the full video. He actually talks about more mountain witches and warlocks and stuff like that. It's a really, really cool episode of his. But I just wanted to share a snippet with you today for creepy cryptid history. So, hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this kind of short thing in between my reaction videos. Just want to give a shout out to all of the members of the channel. Guys, thank you so much for what you do, and also make sure you check out the merch as well. There's always a sale going on for 20% off. So yeah, make sure you check that out, and the discount code is Wolfpack. So I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!